Good, marvelous morning, sunnies. After that incredible Easter weekend, we had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We did the Easter parade.
Yeah.
A lot
with
of
Shane. It
fun.
was so fun. But I have a question.
Okay.
A lot of other countries and stuff have like Monday is considered a federal holiday after Easter. Why don't we have that?
I don't know.
Let's figure out.
It
Let's
doesn't
make
make
that
much
happen.
sense to me to have a holiday after the holiday, though. It's like, what is that, a recovery?
Like
What
a
are you
federal-
throwing down on Easter? What are you doing with your life? That's
Yeah.
like, so, no, I don't think it's ridiculous to have off today. I mean, you didn't have to come to the studio, if that's what you're saying. I'm serious.
Shots fired.
Well, I mean, why would you?
Everything's a first on
But
time.
let's
Well,
think
I'm
about
just wondering
this.
because other countries do it.
What other
And
countries?
I'm just wondering,
Name them.
like the
Name
UK.
'em.
Rachel was talking about UK and Duval County doesn't
Name
have
'em.
school today.
All right, well, we're off to a really interesting start here. Sonny's Today's Show is one of those full circle moments where some people would like to come into the studio and then some people want to stay home. Then fine. Where community connection is a little bit of chaos and all collide with the best way possible. We're talking about what feeds us, what fuels us, and what happens when things go completely off the rails, from local farms to fighting for their future to Florida stories that will make you question everything that you thought you knew about a Costco parking lot. Those are some little teasers ahead. We've got heart, we've got headlines, we've got history, and we've got a show today that'll make you feel something. But before we get into all that and unpack this, let's turn it over to the queen of the Sunny snack scene. Mel, what were you snacking on for Easter since you were throwing
we
down?
did a roast on, Jim did it on the green eggs. We smoked a roast. I made oven roasted carrots, garlic mashed potatoes, yeast rolls.
Awesome.
But Mr. John Robinson brought us some cheesecake.
Oh,
So we're
that's
gonna try
right.
this.
From a place. We'll see if you like the cheesecake first. I don't want to. We
Not
don't want
gonna
to.
lie, I already had
Okay.
a little taste earlier, and it's really
Okay.
good. All right.
All right, and it's a
Get my-
biscotti cheesecake apparently, and that's pretty amazing. You said okay. Mm-hmm. And that's a like a biscotti flavored cheesecake essentially. So there's a lot.
The caramel layer on top. That's good.
That's heavenly.
John Robinson, that's good.
This is
We're
very
gonna put it
very
right
good.
here because we're inconvenient. But we've got events that show us how showing out for your community can be helpful. From a softball with a purpose to a dog day that might just change your life. And Sundays, we're getting into some stories that are going to have you thinking a little deeper about trust, connection, and what really matters.
And just when you think the show couldn't get any better, wait till you hear about what's happening in Florida, because apparently we've got people out there running full-blown parking lot operations in Costco, and it sounds like it's a Fortune 500 company. I'm not saying it's genius, but I'm saying it's not as organized as it may seem.
Aye. And we've also got music, we've got throwbacks, and we've got stories that are going to hit you in your heart and remind you why connection still matters.
So whether you're here for the laughs or the local love or just us being silly shenanigans over here, we've got it all for you on this Motivational Monday, boo, because it's fierce,
It's fresh.
it's Sunny TV, and now a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All-American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
I'm telling you, that cheesecake is really good.
Yeah, I have to. I was eating some on the commercial.
It's really good. Like it's from La Amapola.
Yeah.
That's down by you, right?
Yeah, it's the new Puerto Rican. It's a bakery and a food shop. It's over by the Dick's Wings on US 1 South down by the shores.
Oh, La Amapola Cafe. Okay,
It's
now
so
I'm seeing it. Yeah.
And they're doing very, very well.
They have like the 3 leches de conquito.
Yes.
Okay, this is delicious. So that's over there. Have you been? Do you get things from there?
Jim likes the El Jefe breakfast sandwich.
Oh,
Jim loves that place.
Really?
And my neighbor Victor is very good friends with the owner.
Oh, interesting. Let me just try to find their Facebook page so
Yeah,
I can
so
tag
good.
them in because that was definitely
And
something
Sheen brought
to.
us a bunch of their desserts too. Remember the guava thing?
Oh, I wonder if Ashim knows them.
I think
Okay,
she
it's
does.
La Amapola Cafe. Hold on, everybody. I just want to do something nice.
So good. Really good. Let's talk about some weather.
Oh, yeah, do that while I'm
So
doing this.
here we go. Weather today on Monday, April 6th. It is going to be set high of 73 degrees, mostly cloudy, breezy, and not as warm, with thunderstorms and rain later this evening. Wind gusts are 37 miles per hour, and wind is coming in north at 16 miles per hour. 33% probability of thunderstorms. Tonight is going to drop down to 63 degrees and 24% thunderstorm probability.
Question. What was the probability of rain again? Sorry.
It is for today.
Yeah.
33%, but
Not good enough.
I don't think
we
it's-
really need some rain here.
well, it needs to wait until Jim finishes the irrigation system for our backyard. The trenches are dug. He's got to put all like the stuff in there, and
You
then
know
it
what?
can pour.
True story.
'Cause right now there's dirt
guys,
everywhere.
I had a wonderful Easter because not just because it was just extraordinary. Because as Mel knows already, I woke up and my family. Everyone knows that my fence is literally my like lifeline with my
the
dogs.
puppers.
I want to make sure that they have place to roam. So my family just showed up and got 10 panels to replace on my wood fence. Like that was just, and I didn't even know that was like it was so special.
That's quite the Easter gift.
It was such a nice moment to see. Just they were out, and I was like, "Hey guys, like they were like, yeah, Happy Easter," and it was just such a feel good vibe
And you got to
moment.
hang out with your sister.
My sister and my niece and Grandma Honey is in town. Big shout out to Tammy, we love you so much, and Scott, who is Captain America in our
Yeah.
family. So awesome, and it just blows my mind. And Jim is the same way. What they can do in 5 minutes.
I don't know how.
It really, truly, what they can do in 5 minutes is like, choo, 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 choo. And like, it took me years to be able
Yeah.
to build up for the moment of.
I think their brains just work differently when
It's
you work in
incredible.
construction and stuff. But
Incredible. So
So-
big shout out to my
but
my
it
fam
doesn't.
jam.
It doesn't need to rain until later tonight. So when Jim gets home from work, he can do all the pipes and set the sprinklers.
So how
for
is that
tomorrow.
going? Is your yard all ripped up?
Yeah.
To do something? Okay, so he has
Well,
to like.
it's only ripped up in the areas he dug the trenches.
Okay.
So the front yard is done. He just has to put the sprinkler heads on.
Oh.
And then he has to set up the timer system, but he has to put the poles or piping, whatever you call those things, in the ground for the backyard. So the trenches are dug, but it's just dirt
Lay in the pipe.
stuff.
Terrible.
Oh my
All
God!
right,
let's
let's
do
get
some
into it.
details by Dean.
Details by Dean.com.
Yes.
Extended version.
Yes, today national and food holidays. It is National Twinkie Day.
Hey, Mel, did you know that Twinkies were originally called Twinkle Toes Shoes? The name from a billboard spotted on a drive. The cream filling was injected through tiny little holes at the bottom, not the top. Interesting.
Ah.
And do you remember when Hostess had that big shutdown in 2012?
Yeah, I used to love Twinkies.
So Twinkies were resold online for hundreds of dollars per box. That's a real thing called the Twinkie defense used in the there's a real thing called the Twinkie defense used in the 1979 court case to argue junk food impacted their behavior.
Oh.
Sounds fishy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And notable births today. We have Merle Haggard.
Lead guitar while in prison using a borrowed instrument and raw determination. Once escaped from a juvenile detention center, twice.
Oh.
Turned down a pardon from the governor because he felt like he had already paid his dues.
Oh, God.
Wow, jeez.
And Billy D. Williams.
Oh, we love that actor, right? His ambidextrous, and he's ambidextrous, so he can use
very
both hands.
cool.
Very interesting. His voice has been described as legally smooth by his fans.
Very cool.
Interesting.
Andre Previn.
Congratulations, he was married to Mia Farrow.
Billie Holiday.
Oh, she was banned from performing in many clubs because of the song Strange Fruit, which obviously talks about yours truly. Performed with a gardenia flower in her hair to cover up a burn scar. She was arrested on her deathbed, guarded by police in the hospital. We need to find out more about Billie Holiday. What she had done. Wow.
Yeah, what she did and did. And Raphael.
Right, one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was buried in the Pantheon in Rome, a rare honor. Rival artists secretly studied his work to try to copy his perfection.
Oh, very interesting.
His death was also shocking that people thought it was caused by excessive romance. Casanova over there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scandalous. All right, in U.S. history, in 1917, U.S. enters World War I.
The U.S. Army was so small at the time, Mel, that it ranked around 17th in the world. Soldiers were trained so quickly that some had to learn to shoot on the boat ride to Europe. Over there, they became a viral a war anthem before the viral thing was even a thing. So there you go.
Oh, in 1841, John Tyler becomes the first vice president to assume presidency after a death.
Do you know he had 15 children?
Oh, Lord.
Let's get it on, honey. And that's one of the most in U.S. history. His grandchildren were alive in the 2020s. The timeline is absolutely wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
1862, the Battle of Shiloh begins.
Soldiers reported glowing wounds at night, later linked to bioluminescent bacteria. While the battle was so loud, it heard miles away in surrounding towns. Many soldiers had never seen combat before. Chaos unfolded fast.
Oh, Lord, can you imagine? In 1830, the Church of Christ is organized in New York.
It was founded with just 6 official members. Early followers believed that they were restoring a lost ancient church, faced immediate backlash and relocation pressure.
Oh, they commented back to us.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, we love your biscotti cheesecake. It was so delicious.
Yes.
Stephanie and John Robinson,
I'm going to be eating more of it.
they served it to us over at our Easter brunch that we had yesterday. It was so delicious. Thank you. And your husband loves what sandwich?
The El Jefe.
Oh, the El Jefe.
That's his favorite.
Now I need to swing in and try the El
Yes.
Jefe. That's awesome.
And in 1896, the first modern Olympic Games begins in Athens.
Yeah, winners received silver medals, not gold. Gold actually came later. Marathon was inspired by a legend, not an actual verified event. One competitor stopped mid-race for a glass of wine and still finished. Now that's a champion.
Yes. And here we go in science innovation. 1928, the discovery of penicillin.
Yeah, the mold came from an open window, which was a pure accident. It took over a decade before scientists figured out how to mass produce it. Before penicillin, minor cuts could literally be fatal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to penicillin.
Oh, are you?
Specifically amoxicillin. I will die if I take it.
No way. Did something happen to you before?
Like
did
break
you-
out in like hives, vomiting,
Crazy.
anaphylactic shock. It's
So
not good.
really bad. So really bad.
So don't let me have that.
Okay.
In 1965, the first commercial communication satellite, Instat-1, became a thing.
I know. Broadcast the first live transatlantic TV images
Yes.
was expected to
Really
last
cool.
18 months, but nearly worked for 4 years. Kind of sounds like Sunny TV.
In 1971, the first space station mission, the Soyuz 10. And in 1973, first handheld mobile phone call was made on a street in New York.
Yeah, Martin Cooper made the call while walking down a New York City street. The battery lasted about 20 minutes of talk time. It took 10 hours to recharge.
For 10 minutes.
Right. People thought it was science fiction, was seeing someone talk into a handheld device.
And those things were like bricks.
They were huge. I remember Michael Douglas in the original Wall Street movie, like, and it was just like
Naaman
this
in the car.
gigantic like phone booth in his car. That's just insane.
What's up with this music report today?
Okay, we've got an itty bitty little music report today, so we're gonna strum it, hum it down. We're gonna strum it, hum it down. We got the local music report to make you proud on this Monday, April 6th. We have Richard Konsicki at Cafe Alcazar at 12:15. We have Kevin Edwards at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. The legendary Sam Passetti will be playing at PK 6 o'clock. We talked about him. Gamble Rogers Festival. He was trained by Gamble Rogers. You want a good preview? Go see Sam Passetti. Stu Weaver, Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. And finishing out tonight is Johnson Burns at Tradewinds Lounge at 9. Everybody must be taking off for Easter Monday.
Shut your mouth.
Let's have great expectations. Yeah.
People are looking for a company. I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
Yes, Honeys, we do not have an interview today. We actually had our interview call out probably about a half an hour before we went live. So we were like, okay, it's just going to be the Sunny TV Clubhouse today, which is going to be a great chat. But we talked about what foods we had over Easter. Do we talk about the Easter parade?
No, we need to.
Let's talk about your first experience at Easter parade. We were judges. So we met up at Francis Field, right? And then what happened?
And then we walked around. We got to pet horses. And we got to see Dame Cindy on her horse with her gown.
Yes,
it was so great.
Dame Cynthia Jane.
Her horse is named Stormy. The daughter's name is Pepperjack.
Right.
Pepperjack was very aware of what we were doing around him.
Yes, he was.
And then we got in our little golf cart with Trevin's
we're
mom,
skipping over
Miss
Gandor,
Virginia.
whatever his name was?
We went to Gandor. He's the an original Menorcan horse.
He was a
from
stallion,
Spain.
and he got very excited when he saw me.
He was crazy. But
he got very excited when he saw me.
He was the most beautiful
very
horse.
excited. Large.
They use coconut oil
big.
and they run it through his hair.
Very big.
Oh my God, shut up. It was creepy.
It was creepy,
and
though.
then we drove around and we got to
all the different floats. So as they were setting up, and then we ranked all the different floats on the best Easter theme. Of course, we loved the gypsy players.
They had bubbles.
They were so amazing, and they gave us roses. We literally were walking by, and they gave us roses.
And they had bubbles.
They had bubbles, and they were dressed in little fairies and angels. It was just a super fun Easter float, and we liked it because it was just so original. There were so many that you saw either Easter themed items or religious themes, but this one was just they were being authentically themselves, and that kind of represents what we love about Sunny TV is just be yourself. So that gave us extra points for them. That took them all the way, but the St. Augustine Ballet, I have to give a shout out.
The Rapunzel.
Yeah, the Rapunzel moment.
But we didn't get to see their float before.
I know, that's the problem. They were lined up in a different location, but Renee's daughter was the actual Rapunzel. Yeah, they had this tower, and she was waving from the tower on this
really
float.
cute.
So cool. So big shout out to Mesa. She was smiley pants the whole way, which was awesome. I loved that. And where did we broadcast? We broadcasted where?
On the top of the St. Augustine Pirate Museum.
And they had snacks for you?
Oh, yes. They had coffee, and then they had an assortment of pastries. They had these little Danish cheesecake muffins.
Right.
And then they have mini blueberry muffins, and then these, I don't know what you call them, but it's like a pastry dough with strawberry and cream cheese in it.
Strudel.
Yeah, they told me eat however much you want. I ate half the table, so it's fun.
There wasn't very many snacks left afterwards, which was
Well, they were
pretty
like,
amazing.
we don't want to take it home. I said, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That put in my belly. Then we walked over to bin 39 and saw Katie.
Yes, we got. Thank you
So
for
you could,
reminding.
get
That was
a
great.
yummy treat.
I got a bottle of Sancerre for Easter, which was awesome. Irving had a little special bottle set aside for me. Thank you, Irving. They gave us a bunch of stickers. They came up.
Yeah,
So
very
we used to
cute.
say like, "I'll have what Irving's having" is like the code
There's a
word.
sticker now.
When you don't know what to order at bin 39, because it does get like, oh my gosh, I don't know much about wine. So it's totally easy. All you got to do is go in there and say,
I'll have what Irving's having.
and then boom, you'll have a beautiful flight of options to choose from. So it was awesome to
This
see
is
there.
so good.
They're going to start a new wine tasting program, which we'll probably get into talking about too. I think that's awesome. Like 12 people can go for like a wine tasting in one of their like private rooms, which is awesome. And it could be a really cool experience, especially like, I'm just thinking like bridal parties, or maybe it's like a company bonding thing.
Or like you just want to get your friends together and go hang out.
Yeah, I think that's a total special move. So yeah, all in all, Easter Parade was awesome. I definitely, I think that we're going to be involved with that for more years to come, which is awesome. I love the broadcast and I love being on there.
The royal family, they really
Sweethearts.
Were
Yeah.
they're awesome, you guys. And they couldn't thank us enough for being there and doing this and supporting them. And you guys, let me tell you, next year you need to get a float in this parade.
Yeah.
I need this to happen for them.
I really think that we could rally more people. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. And I know some people got bent out of shape because they were like, well, it's about religion and this. To be honest, a lot of people don't do religion, but they like Easter because they like more of the Easter egg hunt with the kids and being together with family. So not everything.
We definitely got some hateration.
But not everything needs to turn into that way. Let everybody.
So
do what they
let me
want.
explain a little bit, because we got some like hateration comments about we were celebrating paganism, and it was just weird because you literally had a peep necklace on, and Ashim had little overalls on. It was just kind of silly, but yeah, we were there for the spirit of St. Augustine, and I think that that's really what the driving force is. And none of those like crazy comments ever kind of get us down because we know just to keep going and keep it positive. But yeah, all in all, it was a great show up, and people had a wonderful Easter. I got up early in the morning, and it was cool to walk the dogs and like see people in their yards doing the Easter egg hunts with their kids. It was just so fun. Taylor found the golden egg.
That was a big golden egg.
It was a big golden egg, right? That was awesome.
Can your sister adopt me?
I know.
Shannon, adopt.
I know. We should adopt, don't shop. Very, very cool. But folks, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.
Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative, they set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime.
Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. Had a great conversation with John Robinson about coins yesterday. It really is a science, and he has like a silver dollar from Carson City, and they'll have like a little C stamped on it. But Carson City doesn't produce currency any longer, so that's why that value.
Whoa.
I know, and it goes really, really skyrocketing because they only made a certain amount. So guys, if you are literally sitting on coins and you would love just to get a great education, I got to give you John Robinson's number, 904-540-7617. Incredible
I'm gonna look
company.
and see if I have any.
Yeah, they really do. Like, even if like I had, like those old infomercials back in the day, and then you could like buy. So I had a little old aunt that would just buy me these coin sets, and I'm thinking, I got something. I don't have anything.
You got nothing.
But John was able to like look it up and make sure there wasn't anything out of currency. So interesting. But
interesting.
any questions you have on any kind of flatware or silver, gold jewelry, especially coins, they are your go-to source. All right, really speaking of go-to source, which are these events that we're going to be talking about today, we got Knocking Cancer Out of the Park. Sonnies, this is one of those nights that reminds you that this town is really made of, because it's softball, it's rivalry, and it's even bigger than that. This is the game where every swing, every cheer, every dollar raised is for someone fighting a battle far beyond the field. The 16th annual Innings for Cancer is happening Thursday, April 9th at St. Augustine High School, honoring former coach B.G. Gaster, rallying this entire community around cancer warriors right here at home.
Tim Goss said Jimmy Jam Community Outreach is smoking and providing all the slow pulled pork for the Innings for Cancer. Oh, he loves this event. But this happens Thursday, April 9th, this Thursday. The game starts at 6:30 p.m. at St. Augustine High School. It's the St. Augustine High versus Pedro Menendez game.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Yep. And before the game, there is a silent auction from 6 to 7:30.
You know I love a silent auction.
I do too.
Yep.
Because both teams have been out in the community collecting donations, putting together baskets. They need people bidding and buying.
And local businesses are showing up, and that's the girls are putting the work in off the field.
Yeah.
That's community saying that we've got your back. And when you bid on these silent auction items, you're not just shopping, you're stepping into the whole story.
And it's $12 barbecue meals that are available. $50 fully cooked pork butts.
Ooh, get on that.
Take it home, no required cooking. And every single dollar raised goes to Pink Up the Pace and Unity Outreach, supporting local families battling cancer.
I love this. Sonnies, this is what we mean when we say show up. Show up for the girls, show up for the families, show up for the fighters who need to feel this town behind them, because it's not just a game. This is St. Augustine at its absolute best.
Yeah, and to be honest, you never know when you're going to need to have some encouragement when you get if you end up in that position.
Absolutely.
So,
and when you see a whole community rally around something like this, especially your family's going through it, this is it's just a really good feel good vibes moment.
Yes.
What's your favorite kind of like fundraiser that we have in town, since we have so many? Like is it like food related? Do you like that?
It's got to have food.
Okay.
It's got to have good food. I like it when there's food options. Like you can do a couple different. I love a silent auction.
Okay.
And I like when there's room to move and groove.
You know what I don't love?
What don't you love?
The digital silent auction.
I hate that.
Well, I don't know necessarily. I'm gonna go all the way to hate.
Well, I don't hate it. I just really don't like that either.
It doesn't make sense. I know. I
want
really
to see and touch the stuff.
I really love, and I'm usually a modern person. I like forward thinking, but I love going to these events and see the baskets with like the clear plastic wrap with the bow on it, and it's merchandise. It just makes it feel more special.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I'm totally on board with the silent auction online, but maybe obviously that's a whole new realm. I haven't seen anybody be successful with that. You know what? We have Teresa coming on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna ask her about the Big Brothers.
Let's ask her about that. Like, how successful is that? That's a good question.
I don't like those. You got to be. I want to. Maybe it's just me, but I'm a person that likes to touch everything. So I want to see it in front of me. I want to touch it. I want to be able to be like, ooh, look at this.
So Pedro Menendez and obviously St. Augustine, the high school.
Yeah, they're saying the. It's called the.
It is the high school. Because that is the high school. That's all I have to say about that. I'm a big St. Augustine high school fan. But what is your? Who are you rooting for?
Well,
because you're down by Pedro.
Yep, I live close to Pedro. Caitlin, that I coach with, coaches at Pedro. Emily coaches at Pedro.
I know.
However, Alyssa was the assistant coach at St. Augustine High School for their cheer program.
So you're kind of torn here.
I kind of got to go with both. We have athletes that come to us from both schools.
Wow. So, all right. Well, we'll have to see. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So check that out. You want some more information? You can go check out the St. Augustine High School.
The high school.
Yeah, the high school. I'm sure the PTO has that on there as well. I also got this from the Humane Society. Hot dogs, cool pups, and a whole lot of tails. Mark your calendars, because this is the kind of event that feels like St. Augustine. We're talking dogs, community, sunshine, and yes, actual hot dogs. Oh, John Robinson.
Dogs for dogs.
He made a hot dog yesterday. The hot dog was from Chop Shop. But he put this like sloppy Joe.
That's a lot of meat on
chili on top of the.
Was it good?
God bless. I'm there. I'm salivating telling you about this. It was so good.
That's a lot of meat.
It was so good though.
That kind of does sound good.
I was a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure. Oh my! That was a roller coaster ride. It was amazing. So. Maybe they'll have John Robinson's secret recipe over there. The St. Augustine Humane Society is bringing back their 4th annual Hot Diggity Dog Day. This is not just a pop by, pet a dog, and keep it moving situation. This is a full-on bring the family, bring the pups, and stay a while kind of Saturday.
Yes, it's happening Saturday, April 25th, so 2 Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right at the Humane Society on Old Moultrie Road. And the best part, it is free 99.
Hey, I love that.
Free admission. So it's one of those easy, just show up and enjoy events.
Yeah. I love a free moment, obviously.
So they're also on site. They're going to have dog training help on site with experts with decades of canine experience. I wonder if Joey Romer will be there.
Oh, probably not.
A live canine demonstration with the St. John's County Sheriff's Office canine dogs.
Amazing.
And even CPR pet training.
Yeah, that's a really valuable skill. You need to learn that.
And you can meet adoptable dogs at the event.
I love that too. Oh my gosh, so much fun. So yeah, check that out. You need some more information, but there are free hot dogs for attendees, free microchip vouchers.
This is huge.
For the first 50 people. This is huge for pet safety. Giveaways, a pet tent, and even face painting for the kids. So if you have ugly children, bring them out there. They can get their face painted and it'll be gorgeous. I love it.
Do you know what pet CPR is? Would you know how to do it?
Yeah.
You do know?
Puff, puff, give.
Oh my God, no, that's the wrong kind of CPR.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Alexa skip.
All right, next story we got Sonny's. He found what in the water? Oh, this super cool kid. Get to this story. Let's see. You know when you go to the beach and you're just hoping for a cute shell? You know, you're looking for seashells or maybe a decent tan. No drama. This kid said, no, I'm going to go ahead and pull history out of the ocean. A 16-year-old teen diving off of Florida's Gulf Coast, just casually out there with his dad, living his best fossil hunting life, reaches down in the sand and pulls up a 6-inch megalodon tooth.
Whoa.
6 inches.
Look how big that thing is.
Huge.
It's bigger than his hand.
Right? We're talking about a creature that lived millions of years ago, a shark so massive it could grow up to 60 feet long and weigh around 50 tons, basically the final boss of the ocean.
Dang.
And here's what gets me. It wasn't in a museum. This wasn't behind glass. It was sitting in the sand, waiting for the right kid to show up and rewrite this entire history story.
Holy moly. But wasn't luck like, I found $1 on the sidewalk. This kid was like, hell no, I found this. He was diving near Manasauda Key by Sarasota with the Fossil Group tour where he found it. His name is Aiden Andrews, and he's 16 years old.
Hey.
And yes, people do find shark teeth in Florida, but a 6-inch megalodon tooth is extremely rare.
So you can wear that
as top-tier fossil jackpot.
It'd be cool if he could like bezel it and wear it like a rapper, like chain. Yeah, that'd be hot. Megalodon.
And Florida, especially that Venice and Sarasota area, it's known for one of the best places in the world to find these fossils.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't a cool beach day. It was like accidentally time
Have
traveling.
you ever found something like cool in the ground?
No. I haven't.
We back in where I grew up in Delaware, we had a farmhouse surrounded by 85 acres of farmland. So that's why, I mean, I love the Hastings story so much because it just reminds me of my childhood. But my dad and I would go, we would just go hiking or whatever, and we would find Indian arrowheads.
Oh, that's cool.
And really cool. Like, my dad has a really cool collection of it in a shadow box, but just different. And you can see they were carved by hand because they're not completely smooth, but they definitely are something that they would put on an arrow and use for hunting. Pretty amazing. I mean, I think things like this are just so rare and extraordinary when you find
that is cool.
Fossils. Jesus.
Yeah.
My gosh, that's
in
huge.
Middle school, we used to take a field trip to this place called Aurora, and you could dig for fossils and stuff. It was part of a science thing. It was kind of cool, but I didn't find anything.
You didn't find anything? Unbelievable.
No.
Well, this kid definitely found something amazing. Gosh. I mean, when you find something like that, what do you do?
Keep it.
Obviously, you have
you
to
take pictures. Joy Marie said, I bet he is all the talk at school. I'm sure he is.
Oh, I'm sure he's he's definitely
bee's knees.
The news. Yes, definitely. All right, let's get into the next story we have from high flying to grounded, a $3 million reality check. Oh, listen to this douche. Here we go, Sonnies. You know those businesses that pop out of nowhere, slick and shiny, promising the world, and for a minute you're like, okay, they're onto something. Well, sometimes that shine, it's not gold, it's glare.
Yep.
high-flying Nocatee area gift card business.
This
And I
business
wrote
makes no
down
sense to me.
They're called giftcarddeal.com.
I never went to them.
No, I would never do anything like this. Because in the words of Judge Judy, and this woman has taught me how to be a man in this world. If it sounds too good to be true,
It is.
it's not true. Ha!
False.
Right. All right. We're talking over $800,000
Jeez.
in court-ordered penalties. But zoom out, and the total damage tied to fines, judgment, and fallout, nearly $3 million in this gift card scheme campaign, all tied to what's beginning to be described as deceptive business practices, the kind of where customers think that they're getting one thing and end up in something completely different. And here's the part that always gets me. It's never about the money. It's about the trust.
Yep.
And now that promise legally, officially has been revoked.
Oh my God. So let's break this down because the details do matter here. The business wasn't just fined, it was completely shut down and banned from operating.
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Sonny's
awesome.
out there. Do you guys do this? Like, okay, so
even know
basically
what
they
this
were
is.
they were pandering to people saying, "Hey, we've got a deal on gift cards for you. You pay this lump sum, we'll say $100, but I'm going to give you $150 worth of gift
I
cards."
would not do that.
You know what I mean? So you're thinking you're getting more than you bargained for, but unfortunately, they're saying, "Okay, you ever got a gift and it's a gift card that you're not going to use?"
Yeah.
It's these people would turn it into a company like this, and they would flip it like brokers.
This,
And
I,
like,
I wouldn't do anything like that.
I would not.
That
I would.
people would do this?
Yeah, people absolutely do this, and that's just the crazy part about it because you're thinking you're getting a deal, but they're draining the funds from those gift cards, and you end up with nothing.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So what else happened here?
So cases like this involved consumer protection violations, meaning customers may have been misled about what they were purchasing on how the service worked.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the bigger takeaway. This wasn't a slow fade. This was a full legal shutdown, which usually means regulators believed the behavior wasn't just a mistake, but a pattern.
Right.
So this is less business gone wrong and more system got caught.
I mean, really, do
$3
you know
million.
anybody that would have done something like this?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. But I did
I mean,
buy...
obviously, $3 million
That's
worth
a lot.
of people.
A lot of people believe. I did buy my mom a Walgreens gift card one time, and she went to use it, and it was blank.
Yeah.
These people, I'm telling you, these scammers are getting more and more crafty, guys.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten this scam where they call you and they're like, "There's a warrant out for your arrest. You owe us money if you don't pay us money"?
Yeah, absolutely.
The first time it happened to me, I was terrified. And even though I knew I didn't have a warrant, I'm like, well, maybe I do. I don't know. But I immediately hung up and I called the sheriff's office, and they were like, "That's a scam," and I had to report it.
Oh, I play with them.
Oh, God.
Well, because I know that if something was like that going to happen, they're not going to do it over the phone.
Well, they're not going to call you
or
to
they're
give
not
a warrant
gonna
for your
text
arrest.
me.
They're
Yeah.
just going to come to your house.
Yeah, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's
Yeah.
raining, please. God sakes.
You know what?
Beauty fades and dumb is forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Old Town Trolley.
Ding, ding.
Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com.
Ooh, we have a Hallmark Hall of Fame kind of story coming up
All
here.
right, what we got?
I do love this. Sonny's, this one's going to hit the heartstrings. This is the kind of story that sneaks up on you and then just sits on your chest all day. Imagine being told you're about to lose your voice forever. Not metaphorically, not just I need to take a break from talking. I mean physically, surgically, and permanently altered. Now imagine your biggest fear isn't the surgery, it's your child not hearing "I love you" the same way ever again. A mother, 37, healthy, living her life, gets diagnosed with stage 3 tongue cancer and is being told over and over again, "You're too young for that." And just like that, everything changes. But here's where the story flips. Before surgery, before losing the part of her tongue, she teaches her 6-year-old son how to say "I love you" in sign language, not because it's cute, not because it's trendy, but because she needed to make sure that no matter what, that connection would never be lost. lost. And I don't know about you, but that's not just parenting. That's legacy, instinct, and that's love saying, even if my voice changes, my love will not.
Oh, I love this. She actually fought to get diagnosed. Multiple doctors told it couldn't be cancer because she was young and healthy. From diagnosis to surgery, just 3 weeks. By then, it had already spread to a lymph node. She ended up having half her tongue removed, followed by radiation, and now we're talking life-altering changes that are permanent. And even now, years later, she still deals with daily challenges, speech, swallowing, even taste. But here's the powerful part. Now she's nearly 7 years cancer-free and calls it her rebirth day.
I mean, across the world, millions of people use sign language not as a substitute, but as a full, expressive, and beautiful language all on its own. And there's the deeper truth. Love adapts. It's not new forms. It's not new gestures. There's always new ways of being understood. This mother didn't wait for the loss. She was prepared for connection.
I love this.
I love this. And there's a huge lesson here of thinking forward. Yes, you're about to go through hell on earth, but if you can see forward, you can find the light through any kind of situation. And now they have this powerful connection of sign language.
What would you do if they told you you're going to lose your voice?
I mean, I would
you do?
I would do what this mother did and learn sign language so that I could still be able to communicate with my loved ones. I think that's a powerful message here. Is not giving up and not just folding, your cards on the table and walking away. Sometimes you need to sit at the table and you have to figure out how to get dealt back in life. And this lady, she's given a chance of communication with her son. I think that's a beautiful connection with mother and son. I agree. She's so young to have that. I mean, Brian was so young too with pancreatic cancer.
31? She was
37. That was how old Brian was when he was diagnosed. That was crazy. Oh, that poor family.
But I'll tell you, she pushed to get diagnosed. She's like, something is wrong.
Yeah, she knew.
So you know what? Doctors don't know all the answers. And if you have a feeling, trust yourself. And if one won't push further, then you go find another doctor who will.
Right, true. Absolutely.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's what I say about this.
That's what I say. All right, let's get into this next one. From break-ins to breakthroughs. Imagine walking out to your car ready to conquer your day, and instead you're greeted by shattered glass glittering like a crime scene disco.
Oh.
What? Now, most of us, we spiral, we vent, and we call the insurance to question humanity. But not this woman. She looked at broken windows and saw jewelry. My kind of girl. In Oakland, California, Ashim, your people, a craftswoman is literally sweeping up the aftermath of car break-ins and shattered safety glass and transforming it into stunning jade green earrings.
Cool.
Not metaphorically, not inspired by the actual glass. Now, here's the part that stopped me in my tracks. She didn't just create a product, she created a shift. She took something rooted in violation and turned it into something that people are proud to wear. That's not crafting, I think that's reclaiming. She's saying really you don't get to define the ending of this story because somewhere broken and beautiful. She decided she was in charge of this narrative.
So she's using safety glass, which naturally shatters into small crystal-like pieces.
Very cool.
When heated, it transforms into this smooth jade-like finish.
Yeah.
She literally goes out into the community and collects the glass herself, or people call her when there's been a break-in.
Yeah.
This has become a community loop, not just a business. Traditional glass recycling is actually expensive and energy intensive, so a lot of glass ends up in landfills anyway, meaning she's doing something not just creative, but has a huge environmental impact.
You know what I think about? I think of Lauren from Hot Glass, Florida.
Yeah.
I just think of like repurposing some of this glass that was going to be thrown out and do something stunning with it. Now, does that justify putting a price tag on it? How does that make you feel? Like if you were at one of these farmers markets we go to, and you're walking by and you see what's her name, Cattywampus, and she's there with her collection, and she's like, "Look at my Cattywampus collection. They're made from broken glass," and you're like, "Would you buy them?"
I would look at them.
Okay, you wouldn't buy?
I would probably buy if it was cool enough. Like
Okay.
it's interesting that it's broken glass.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this side. Since it's broken glass from people's car break-ins, do you feel like that's kind of violating the person?
Yeah, does the person get like first dibs on the collection?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, that was from my car.
Yeah,
Give
I'd
me
be
my
like,
profit.
yeah, that's my Toyota Corolla right there, honey. Yeah.
That's what I say. But I think it's pretty creative that she found another way to do something.
I think she took a negative experience and turned it into something positive, like art and wearable artwork at that.
I agree.
I think there's a kind of a cool story there. Sort of shows resiliency. I saw an interview with one of my favorite musicians. Her name is Ray. She just came out with an incredible album. Remember Hans Zimmer? Remember the?
Yeah.
Okay, she partners with him on this album, and it's beautiful. Like. If you loved Amy Winehouse, you
Yes,
need to
I
check
love
out
her.
Ray, Raye. Anyway, she's talking about how she lives in South London, and her car was stolen, like broken into and stolen.
man.
And inside the car, Mel, was
it?
all of her journals for writing
Oh,
music.
Jesus.
And she's like, I don't give a crap about the car.
Give me
like
my
she
journals.
wants the journals, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they went through this whole ordeal, and she finally got the journals back. But she was talking about turning a moment like that into a positive, like by writing a song and like, you know, kind of journaling about this moment. I think those are kind of cool things when we go through those kind of negative situations in life.
Yeah.
I know we always want to have a knee-jerk reason with anger,
But you
with
turn it around, do something positive with
turn
it.
it around and do something positive with it.
You
So
know?
that's kind of the heart of that story,
like
which
that.
I do like. I do like that. I do love this snack pack playlist though.
Here we go. Let's do, first up, let's do,
So
Stand,
darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh.
This song was one of the most covered tracks in history and has been re-released multiple times, charting in different decades, proving its timeless emotional pull. It's a pure anthem of loyalty and human connection.
I love the movie Stand By Me.
Oh my God, I do too.
Oh, it is such
So
a good
good.
coming of age story.
I love
like
Stand By Me.
literally probably one of the most opus stories out there.
Yes.
Like such a great movie.
I love it. And Mr. Bob Marley himself.
No woman, no cry.
Do you like Bob Marley? I like Bob Marley.
I do. You know, it's taken me a minute.
But I like the stuff there's a lot of his
There's
stuff.
a lot of it.
What was the one album? Somebody help me here. That everybody knows all the songs. It has like two birds on it. It has No Woman, No Cry. It has the lion head on the cover. What is that album? That's the one a lot of the people know the songs, but he's got a lot of other songs that are amazing. So despite the title, this song isn't dismissive. It's comforting. It's about resilience and reassurance during hardship. And it became one of reggae's most powerful global anthems.
Anybody in comments? No one's helping you with the
No.
reggae. Legend. 19...
Legend, that's the album.
Okay,
But
thank
it was
you.
released in 84?
84, yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Right.
And calling out
No,
around
calling out
around the world. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Yeah,
Summer's here
and the time
is
is right for dancing in the street.
Dancing in Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, I
Yes.
love Martha and the Vandells.
Originally just a dance song, it evolved into a cultural movement track, symbolizing unity and collective joy during the 1960s social change.
I love that.
her.
I love that, Martha and the Vandells.
Do it. Now it's going to be in, thanks, Ashim. She said legend. She got to hide her back. Of course you did, Ashim.
Thank you, Ashim. Perfect.
Now let's get into some shenanigans.
Sunshine shenanigans. We got a Florida man arrested for unofficial parking assistance at Costco.
Oh, Lord.
Basically charging shoppers for prime spots during busy seasons. Oh, a 46-year-old Orlando man is facing fraud and trespassing charges after allegedly running an unauthorized parking assistant operation in a busy Costco lot on Vineland Road, charging drivers to help them secure closer spots during peak shopping hours.
Let's see this beauty.
It's just a picture of the actual. According to reports, Terry Boggs, you can only imagine what Terry Boggs looks like in your brain, began showing up early on weekends several months ago, positioning himself near the front of the lot, guiding incoming drivers to newly opened spaces, sometimes holding spots briefly while customers looped around. Over time, regular shoppers began recognizing him and would request his help directly, often tipping him in cash, even through payment apps.
Oh my
That's
God,
so
you guys.
crazy, guys. Why are you enabling this? Investigators say the operation grew steadily, with Bog developing a small base of repeat customers
Oh my God.
who relied on him to navigate the notoriously crowded parking spot. Some shoppers told officers he was surprisingly organized, often remembering their typical arrival times and preferred parking areas. Authorities became
so funny.
aware of the situation after store manager received complaints about someone directing traffic and acting like he worked there. After several weeks of observation, officers approached Boggs during a busy weekend shift,
This is pretty genius.
where he reportedly wearing a reflective vest and assisting people to drivers at once. He was taken into custody without incident. Several vehicles had directed into spaces were already parked where their owners inside shopping were unaware of the situation.
Oh my God, you guys, I'm going to say that's
he was an entrepreneur.
pretty crafty.
He saw something that was
Now-
needed and he went for it.
Now, if that was public property, he has the right to do that. If it's private property, you can't do that.
It was private property.
That's hilarious to me.
My
Let's talk about
goodness.
some shows of yesteryear. You want
Shows
to?
of yesteryear, bruh.
China Beach.
Oh, China
Yes.
Grove.
19. No, that's not the thing.
But I love that song.
And set during the Vietnam War, focusing on nurses and civilians rather than soldiers, Dana Delaney's performance earned multiple Emmy Awards. The soundtrack featured authentic 60s music to ground each episode. That was in the 80s, that song. Explored trauma, friendship, and survival with emotional depth. One of the first shows to highlight long-term impact of war on women.
I never gave this show an opportunity.
No.
I was always because at this point I was 8 years old,
We
and
were
I was
too
like,
young for
I
this.
just didn't care for
but I think
it.
if we watch it now, we would like it.
Maybe I would.
Northern Exposure, now I did like this
you
one.
did like this one, yeah.
Yes. A New York doctor relocates to a quirky small town in Alaska, blended humor with philosophical storytelling and introspection.
Oh.
Characters were eccentric yet deeply relatable, and it won multiple Emmy Awards for writing and originality.
Oh.
The town itself became a central character in the show.
Yeah, it was the thing.
Yep. And Felicity.
Oh, right, Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell's haircut in season 2 famously impacted ratings when she chopped it all off. Remember that?
Was that a bad thing? I don't remember if
Yeah,
it was a
people
bad
stopped
thing.
watching
They
because of her
stopped
hair.
watching because of the hair. She was also the Noxema girl back
Yeah.
in the day.
Created by J.J. Abrams
Oh,
before
love
his
him.
blockbuster success.
He did Lost.
Yes. Oh, I didn't like that show.
I
never
liked it
watched
until
Lost.
the ending, unfortunately.
It captured the uncertainty of early adulthood and identity. Relationships felt raw, realistic, and emotionally layered, becoming a defining coming-of-age series for its generation.
Oh.
Boston Public. I love it. Mr. William Shatner. I'm Danny. That's all he said. He would enter a room.
Yeah, you love Boston Public.
I love it. Set in public high school dealing with real-world issues, it explored topics like violence, funding, and teacher burnout. Characters were flawed, human, and deeply relatable. It highlighted the complexity and importance of education.
Yeah, I never saw the show
Oh, I
either.
was thinking of Boston Legal with William Shatner, not Boston Public. I never
okay.
watched Boston Public.
Well, there you go, Sonny.
So there you go.
The more you know. Anybody watch those shows in there? Give a shout out to comments, please. I love to see what you guys are
loved
watching.
China Beach.
Oh, Ashim loved China Beach, so then it's
Yep.
obviously a good show. You know what I love, now
What?
that we have a second to chat about, is this our book club book that we're reading.
Yeah, you like it, Sam.
Oh my gosh,
Sam
it's
guy.
called The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell. If
The
you
albino kid.
love, no, he had albinism in his
Yeah.
eyes, and his eyes turned red when he was born, and obviously he had to go through some trials and tribulations with that. But the story is so freak. This probably, I'm going to say it, is the best book I've ever read. It is so good. I'm loving it. I'm about 3/4 the way done. I can't wait to finish it. I like racing home just to keep reading this book. But all right, Sonnies, as you take on the rest of the day, I want to leave you with this. Not everything that matters is loud. Some of the most important things of our lives grow quietly, in the soil, in the hands of people who wake up before the sun, in the places we pass every day without realizing they're holding our future together. We always talk about farms, and always talk about what's going on west of here, especially in Hastings and Elkton. That's about connection and knowing where you come from and choosing to care on purpose. Because the truth is, what we protect today is what we're allowed to keep tomorrow. So maybe today you slow down just a little, you ask a question, you support something local, you notice what's been there all along. Because somewhere out there, someone is tending to something that will one day take care of you. And that's not just farming, that's legacy. And that is what I'm going to leave you with today, Sonnies. Get out there.
Yes.
Spread your love. We've got the 3 o'clock show coming in. What's it called?
Yeah, it's called, Afternoon Delight.
That's right. The Sunshine Brigade will be rolling in at 3 o'clock today for Afternoon Delight. We've got all the good things.
Oh my God.
Mel needs to do a comeback on this pop culture Thunderdome quiz.
Oh,
She
man.
can lean on Baby Thunderdome, but if she gets one wrong,
Dude, some of these Baby Thunderdome quizzes have been really hard.
there's
There's been a couple questions, guys, on that. I'm like, what is this crap?
and you could lose it all. So we'll see
Yes.
if she holds her championship at 3 o'clock today, Sonnies. Hit that share button. 9.6 today.
Let's
we
go.
did it, baby. We're
Come on,
almost
guys.
there. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.